Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the New York Mets and the Washington Nationals. Well, Siggy, today we get the pleasure of seeing one of the hottest bats in baseball. His consistency at the plate has been remarkable.
Yeah, Boo, one of the toughest outs in the league right now. Sit back and relax because this guy's about to put on a show.
First pitch coming your way next. All right, just about set to go. And today's starting pitcher, Mackenzie Gore. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Yeah, his batting average against is actually better when he's in a jam. So we'll see if he continues to dance his way out of danger.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
The shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Fouled off. He was late. Foul ball there. Here's the 0-2. Cut on and lifted in the air. Garrett pulls it in on the run. Here's the Mets lineup now. And down towards the bottom of the lineup, hitting 8th here, Francisco Alvarez.
Yeah, definitely someone I always enjoy, when I get a chance to watch him, whether he's hitting a game or even taking swings during batting practice. Man, this guy's always so focused on what he's doing on that task at hand. He's got so much attention to detail that when he steps in the box, his success rate is really high.
Juan Soto stands in now, looks at that one inside.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Next one misses. 2-1.
We got 2 balls, 1 strike.
On a line out towards center. Hauls it in for the out.
Batting third, the first baseman.
Here's Pete Alonso.
Alonso.
That's hard hit on the line. Young racing over to make the catch. Mets go down quickly, and now the Nats get their first opportunity. There's no score. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here with my pal Siggy, getting the nod in this one. Sean Manaea. How about a report on him, Chris?
Well, Boog, something of interest to me is that this guy's really struggled when working out of the stretch, pitching with runners in scoring position. So the key for him is to attack hitters, try to get ahead in the count, and limit allowing runners on base. And if he can do that, I think that will help him to avoid those situations. Now, at some point, he's going to have to deal with them. And I think it's just one of those mental things that he's going to have to overcome.
Fouled off left side. That clips a corner.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Foul ball still 0-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Batting second,
Jacob Young will hit next.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Just one hit in his last 5 games.
On the ground, and that's just foul. The wind of the pitch. Now a drag bunt, third base side, and it goes just foul. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Here's Nathaniel Lowe. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
You have to be creative pitching against bad ball hitters. You got to add some velocity, subtract at times. Just avoiding the heart of the plate isn't always going to be enough. Guys like this can hurt you with pitches you wouldn't expect him to swing at.
The lefty, the 1-0. To the right side, McNeil. Tosses to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nationals go quietly. Scoreless after 1. Back here in Nationals Park. All set for the start of the inning. Now the third baseman, Mark Vientos. Vientos batting in the cleanup spot. What a run over the last 10 as he's hitting over 400 during that span. Gore back to work. That's a laser base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. Entered the day with the best batting average in the National League. Just missed.
That's just out.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Patrick Johnson behind the plate.
Patty Johnson is some boog, but I'd ask permission first before I called him that. Does a pretty good job back there. Occasionally we'll see a couple of sideways looks from players, but that kind of comes with the territory, right?
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
The pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
There's a swing and a drive. That's down. One hops off the wall. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The relay, the tag, and he's safe. And it's 1-0. And that extends his hitting streak yet again. This is starting to get pretty interesting, Singy.
Yeah, and the way he's going, it seems like there's no end in sight. This is a guy that no pitcher wants to face right now, especially with runners on base. I mean, he's doing all the little things right, and it just seems like he's in cruise control at the plate.
Jeff McNeil stands in. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. McNeil went deep in his most recent game. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they take a 2-run lead. And his hitting streak continues. There have been almost no bad days for him in the past month.
This guy's running hot, Boog, and people around the league are paying serious attention to this streak now, especially the pitchers that are trying to slow him down.
Here's Jesse Winker.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately. 15 straight games with a knock. This guy's red hot.
Swung on, belted. Garrett going back on this one. And it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. Coming home. Now a relay to the plate. He beats it safe. And they lead by 3.
And that hit carries a little extra meaning, Boog. It keeps his hitting streak going. He is dialed in at the dish right now.
I don't think there's a more confident hitter in all of baseball right now. Looks like he's expecting a knock every time he steps to the plate. And stepping in for New York, Francisco Alvarez.
A lot of clutch hitting from him recently. More than an RBI per game over his last 10.
0-1.
Here comes the 0-1. On a line, base hit. Here comes Winker. He will score, and it's an RBI single, and they lead by 4. That ups his hitting streak to lucky number 13.
The Baker's dozen, Boog, and it doesn't seem like a huge number, but anytime you get to the point where you've hit in every game for almost 2 weeks straight, that's a sign of what kind of rhythm you're in.
Jose Siri up now for the Mets. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
The shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Back to the top of the lineup. Francisco Lindor digs in now. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
Alvarez on second. Siri on at first with nobody out. To short, could be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. How about that double play?
Now back to right field.
Nice soft hands on the backhand right there in the 6th hole. Starts the double play. It's not an easy throw, but he puts it on the money. Really good job to get that double play started.
Here's Juan Soto. He's 0 for 1. Yeah, there's the strike.
0-1's the count.
Four runs already in the frame here at the top of the second. And that is out of play. Now a bully to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. So they move out in front after a 4-run outburst. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Mets 4 and the Nationals nothing. We head to the bottom of the second. Josh Bell at the plate now.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
In there at the knees, and that's strike 1.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down inning time.
There's a line drive to left field. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Drove that ball nicely, put a great swing on it, and it jumped off his bat. Kind of put it all together there, and he's rewarded with the double.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Now it's the right fielder, Stone Garrett. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Bottom half of inning number 2. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
And now it's Keibert Ruiz.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently. Currently owns a 7-game hitting streak.
Manaea ready to fire now. And it's fouled away. Runner at second here, 1 gone. Stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Batting 7, the third baseman,
Trey Lipscomb, the next to hit. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
0-1.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the second game of the series. Swings through that one for strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Nationals leave 1. They're down 4-0. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Alonso.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single. And that extends his hitting streak yet again. This is starting to get pretty interesting, Singy.
Yeah, and the way he's going, it seems like there's no end in sight. This is a guy that no pitcher wants to face right now, especially with runners on base. I mean, he's doing all the little things right, and it just seems like he's in cruise control at the plate.
And here is Mark Vientos. Strike 1. That one misses, and that's ball 2. Nobody out, runner at first. On the ground at first, and it stays fair. Alonso headed for third, and they're at the corners with nobody out. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Spin throw, that's 1. To first, not in time. And a run scores.
The batter number 1, second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
And now here's Jeff McNeil. Singled and scored his first time. Swing and a line drive and a base hit out into left center field. The throw in, and the throw's offline, safe at third. Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Nationals pen. Mackenzie Gore is done, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching for
DJ Hurts gets the call from the pen.
77.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
So digging in, Jesse Winker doubled his first time. Liner, and this could be trouble. 1 run across. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The relay throw. He's safe as he gets his hand in. It's 7-0.
He has had such a good day today. I don't think he's going to want to leave when it's over.
A couple of doubles today for the DH. One out, runner at second. Here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Man at second.
2.
In the dirt.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That's back. Makes the catch on the edge of the track. Runner tags at second. The relay to third. He gets there safe at third as he moves up with 2 gone.
Thought that was a no-doubter. Like the wind was holding that in this ballpark.
And now the center fielder, Jose Siri. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Ripped to third. Over to Lowe. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Mets 7 and the Nationals nothing. Set for the bottom of the third. Up now for Washington, Nasim Nunez. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that is ball 1. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
1-1.
Swings through that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
Dylan Cruz in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1-1.
That one fouled off. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. 3rd foul ball in a row.
Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. It doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
Rosario in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Pretty good pitch. Backed up a little bit, expecting it to go middle away, and it just sort of stayed on the inside corner. Probably good take because he would have gotten jammed had he swung the bat.
And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Alonso makes the catch, inning over, and the Nationals gone in order, not going their way. It's 7-0. As we go to the top of the 4th, and now the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. That one is absolutely belted. Gone. Francisco Lindor sends it out, and they boost their lead. It's 8-0.
He's swinging a red-hot bat. This isn't the first home run we've seen him hit these last few games, and it probably won't be the last. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Juan Soto up now for the Mets. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, these Mets putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. Everything is clicking, and when you're producing more than 2 runs an inning, it's pretty obvious your hitters came to do some damage.
That one ripped right center field. That's back there. See you later. That'll fire up the dugout. His 13th home run of the season. It's 9-0. That adds another game to his hitting streak, Chris.
Yeah, he's been doing so many things well at the plate and clearly driving the ball with some authority as part of that. He's really dangerous with the bat in his hands right now. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Here's some real power at the plate. Pete Alonso. Hard hit down the line and left. Fair ball.
Now that
so a man at first. Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. And that one upstairs, ball one. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame. Top half of inning number 4. And a foul ball. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Lipscomb tossed to second. Adelor. It's a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Left fielder, Brandon.
2 outs, base is empty. Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. And that one is downstairs. Ball 1. 2 outs, base is empty. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a ground ball to first. Low. Handles, throws to first. Out number 3. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 9-0. Back after this on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shabby and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Jacob Young. This one in the air. McNeil makes the grab, 1 down.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
Low. Batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Here's Josh Bell. Doubled in his first AB. Pitch misses. Ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Siri raging back towards the wall. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
Singy, did anybody ever give you the silent treatment?
I don't remember that they did. I think they were pretty cool with me in terms of celebrating my rookie year. First home run came in Anaheim against the Angels, and I always love to watch now, though, especially when that player is unsuspecting. You know, some guys, they've been around long enough to know there's a good chance I'm going to get the silent treatment. But when that player has maybe been grinding it out for a little while and finally gets that home run, is expecting the big lift coming into the dugout, and they just stonewall him, it's awesome.
Every once in a while, they'll work that same trick on a veteran player. If, say, he's been cold or hasn't hit a home run in a long time. And that's always fun when you don't see it coming at all, and everybody in the dugout goes crickets on him.
Yeah, and that veteran player's usually got a response for those individuals with one or the other hands.
Rosario tosses to first, and Winker is set down. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. That was your worst start one year. Didn't you start like 3 for 33 or something?
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, it was awful. Not awesome. It was awesome.
Not so awesome.
It was awesome for pitchers facing me, but it was awful for me. It sounded like some type of deal at a fast food restaurant, like 3 for 33 or something.
So up next for New York, Jose Siri, 1 for 2. And first offering is fouled off. Siri in his 4th year, 29 years old, and he's driven in double-digit runs over his last 10 games. Alvarez off of first with 2 away. That's out to center field. Young sizes this one up. Drops into the glove. And that's the 3rd out. Mets leave 1, but they still hold a 9-0 lead. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now up for Washington, Stone Garrett. Manaea back to work. There's the strike at the knees.
You know, these Nationals, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on it right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
Ruiz batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
One down, base is empty. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And down on strikes he goes. And that K brings him into double digits for the game.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, into double-digit strikeouts. He should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one. And you know, not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Just missed.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Two down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Up and in, and it's 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
To the right side, McNeil whips it to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for Washington, and they're down 9-0. And we're back. Here's Francisco Lindor.
So easy to look at the big boys in this lineup, but he has been a pleasant surprise all season long.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
Well, these Mets, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Young makes the catch. 1 down.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Juan Soto getting ready to hit. He's already homered in this game. And that one hammered. That's back there. That one is gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add on. It's 10-0.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. That slider on the outside part of the plate is typically hit the other way, but to be able to get to it, pull the baseball, and get it up in the air for a home run, I'm just really impressed.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. DJ Hers gives way, and a home run really bit him today as he exits on the hook for the loss. New arm coming on after the break.
Now pitching for
Jackson Rutledge on to pitch out of the pen here. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again.
Rutledge.
And now the first baseman, Pete Alonso. Out into left center for a line drive base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Now batting, third baseman
Mark Vientos will hit next. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Young under it. Brings it in, and there's 2 down.
The left fielder, number 9, Brandon Nimmo.
So up next, Brandon Nimmo. Up the middle. The underhand flip. Nicely done for the out. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast. It's now 10-0. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
The shortstop, Dusty Nunez.
There's the strike. Line drive. And a base hit right there. And they have their first hit since the 2nd inning.
The left fielder, number 3, Gillen.
Dominant performance for him today, Boo. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced, so I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
This one in the air. Alonso gets under it. And there's one away.
Now batting, second baseman, Ahmed Rosario.
So the lineup flips over, and stepping in is the speedy Ahmed Rosario. Pitch misses there, 1-0.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get two with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Way out front for strike two.
1 ball.
Man at first, 1 away. Ground ball could be 2. The throw to second is offline.
Well, fortunately, they've got a big lead on the scoreboard, so that error shouldn't hurt too much. But you have to be careful about losing concentration in a game like this. It can be an easy trap to fall into.
So 1 out with 2 aboard. Jacob Young digging in for the Nationals. And first offering is fouled off. 2 on, 1 out. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Oh, this guy's been pretty much a non-factor so far this weekend.
Number
Very
baseman,
little in the way
33.
of impactful at-bats and
Yo.
quality at-bats, and let alone contact. That's the 6th time they've set him down on strikes in the series, so no doubt frustration mounting.
This one's into the outfield. Could be extra bases. 1 run is in. The throw in. It's offline. The run comes in.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. It's always fun to see a double rip down the line. That one just barely stayed fair, so that was a good call by the umpire. He was all over it.
Man at second here with 2 away. And now the switch hitting first baseman Josh Bell. And that drops in for a strike.
0-1.
And a swing and a miss.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Swing and a ground ball. McNeil slings to first, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. So 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on. We're through 6 full. It's the Mets 10 and the Nationals 2. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
McNeil.
On the ground, right side. Tosses to first. 1 up, 1 down.
The batter, number 3, designated hitter, Jesse.
And now the DH, Jesse Winker. First pitch misses. Up the middle, and that chance handled. Got him on the off-balance throw. And Winker is set down.
The catcher, number 4, Francisco Alvarez.
Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Low makes the grab on the run. So they make short work of him there. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Mets 10 and the Nationals 2.
Now Now pitching for
We're
New
back
York.
in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. A.J. Minter.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
The right fielder.
So digging in, Stone Garrett.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Hard ground ball, base knock. And the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting, catcher.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Keibert Ruiz. Right through there for a strike.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Runner at first with no outs here. And they'll do it again. Foul ball, still 0-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Next pitch misses. Going to count 1-2.
Excellent arm action on that 2-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
On the ground left side. 6, 4, 3. And they turn the double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
2 down, bases empty. Next to hit for the Nats, Trey Lipscomb. Ball 1 low. Swing and a pop-up. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it. He's there. He's got it. That is the inning. Nationals go quietly, and the deficit stays at 8. It's 10-2. Back in Washington, D.C. We go to the 8th. Here's the center fielder, Jose Siri. Rutledge back to work. Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. That's back. Out of here. An absolute smash to left. And they tack one on the board. It's 11-2.
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. That one lined into left field, and that's base hit.
Now batting, right
So
fielder,
a man aboard. And next for the Mets, Juan Soto. Lindor the move. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. In the air to left center, Cruz. Sizing this one up, corrals it. And there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
And here's the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
No matter what, when you're playing this kind of rival, take your game to another level.
That to right. Garrett flashes the leather on the run and catch.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Next is the cleanup hitter for the Mets, Mark Vientos. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Young snags it on the run. One scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. You're dialed into the show. Back here in Nationals Park, stepping in as the switch hitting shortstop, Nasim Nunez. In the air, left side. Nimmo has it sized up. Makes the catch for the out.
The left fielder, number 3.
Now the left fielder, Dylan Cruz. 0 for 2 in this one. Minter, in his 8th season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a cutter, and he works in a changeup. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
Rosario now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Swinging a foul straight back. And that's downstairs. 1-2 to count. Swing and a pop up in foul ground. Vientos pulls it down, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. That won't help much. It's 11-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the 9th. Here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. And first offering is fouled off. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And that one hops the wall. In safely with a double, his 2nd of the day.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Double into the gap, and that was a really nice swing to beat the inside pitch. Just beat him to the spot. Kept his hands tight inside that baseball, and that just allowed him to drive it into the alley right there.
So, man aboard. Here's the second baseman, Jeff McNeil. Swinging a foul straight back. Foul ball. Man at second. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Cruz hauls it in, and there's one away.
The batter, number 3, designated hitter, Jesse Winker.
Now here is Jesse Winker. Singy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. Now a long throw home. Not in time. He's safe at the plate. And it's a double-digit lead as they're up by 10. Runner on at first with 1 gone. Francisco Alvarez now at the plate. Just missed. Winker at first, one gone. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Young going back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Man, he hammered that one to center. I thought it was out of here, but Wynn just absolutely killed it.
And now the center fielder, Jose Siri. He's already homered here in this one. That pitch in for a strike, and it's 0-1. Two outs. That misses the zone, and the count is 1-1. That's to third, and that's a fair ball. Winker on his way to third. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. Thought about third, but back to second safely. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Nationals pen. Jackson Rutledge out of the game, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
the
the
pitcher on here, Jose A. Ferrer.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Now it's the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. Swing and a pop-up. Makes the grab, and that is that. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across one. 2, 3, 4 set to hit in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Mets 12 and the Nationals 2. And we're back. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Edwin Diaz.
Well, he's got electric stuff coming out of the pen. His strikeout rate, though, is through the roof so far this season.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Diaz, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a 2-seamer. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Boog. Get back on track. His team needs him.
Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. And first offering is fouled off. The Nationals with a lot of ground to make up. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now only 1 out remaining.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Line drive, base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Garrett stands in now and watches strike 1.
0-1's the count.
That clips the zone, and the count is 0-2.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is.
Got him, and that's the ball game.
9 wins in a row. It's such a good feeling right now with this club that no one wants to be the player that causes the team to lose. In fact, they're looking at ways, each player, every day they come to the ballpark, how can I help us win today? And this is a great feeling. It's like being in the playoffs. When individual statistics don't matter, it's all about the team W.
And your final 12-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.